This is the story of how I almost died from multiple antibiotic-resistant infections. This was back in 2023, and it started out with just one infection, and my doctor just prescribed me some general antibiotics, and I took them, and then I got worse. I went back to him after finishing the antibiotics, and I said, hey, I still feel really sick, and he said, well, take these other antibiotics, they're stronger, they'll kill anything. And I listened to him, but the problem was that he didn't do a culture to figure out exactly what the infection was and which antibiotics would treat the infection. And so I basically took 4 weeks of antibiotics without knowing that it would actually kill it. I then took those antibiotics for another 2 weeks, and after I finished them, I was still feeling sick. So I went back to him for a third time, and I said, hey, these aren't working. I think I need to get a culture or something to figure out what's going on. And he said, no, I'm going to prescribe you an even stronger antibiotic, and that'll definitely take care of it. And so he prescribed me clindamycin, which is incredibly strong, and I took it, and I started getting really sick, and I actually developed C. diff from it. At that point, I was so fed up with him, I went to a different doctor to get a culture done, and I found out I had, I think, 4 antibiotic-resistant infections at the same time. So these 6 weeks of antibiotics I took were basically useless because the infections were resistant to them. So I took 6 weeks of antibiotics and got C. diff for nothing. So it was basically 4 months of me almost dying, trying different antibiotics, being in and out of the hospital, getting IV antibiotics, and it just wrecked my immune system. All because my doctor wouldn't do a culture when I asked. So let this be a warning to you. If you're taking antibiotics and you finish 1 round and the infection still hasn't gone away, get a culture, go to a different doctor if you have to. Do not take more antibiotics if you don't know what it is.